12,740.
I know you like back a step.
Actually, I think we're going 12,708. If I actually knew, man. What I've got for you is 12,740. See if we can do it. Today we're going to pick up our native species from Dryland Horticulture. We're headed downtown and we're really excited about this. This is the cornerstone of our efforts throughout restoration, how we see the mountain, what we do here, what's important to us. These plants are going to be, the building blocks of all of that.
These plants represent decades of a revegetation program that started at Alta in the 1930s. It's grown a lot, working with Matthew. The protocol has grown immensely, so he's kind of turned it into what it is today.
My name is Kerrigan Utley and I am a worker for Dryland Horticulture. We are a local plant grower down at Sugar House. Our entire lawn has been transformed into a garden for most of the year. Since it's in our backyard, this has been everything that me and my family has done. Just grow plants, water plants, and sell plants. That's all we do.
I think it's 3 trucks, the 4Runner, and a car. 5 vehicles worth of plants. So last year I think it was just 3 trucks, a lot more, which is pretty incredible. It'll be a short summer, so it's gonna be a fast plant.
Our restoration process starts in the fall. Hand-picked seed from the Alta Environmental Center is collected throughout the mountain and sent off over the winter, and we receive those back in early summer in our on-site nursery. We will then decide what species will go where into our restoration projects. Those restoration projects are areas of disturbance, construction, infrastructure improvement, recreational disturbance based on trails. Everything is planned to the T.
So we're up here at Alta. We got all of our plants transported up here to be placed in our nursery. They germinated super well over the winter thanks to Matthew. We're just super excited to get these guys placed on our nursery tables and then hopefully get them in the ground in the next coming weeks as the snow starts to melt and we can get to work.
This is the designation time. We have 13 different sites that we will put these plants into. And so it just helps us to not put them in the wrong place if we organize starting at the beginning, get them labeled for where they're supposed to go and organized together in our nursery. And then when it's time to plant, we can just grab and go.
So basically we'll tape each of these flats based off of region. So the ones that have black tape are going to go into specific regions throughout Alta and then we'll load them on the table.
Any of those areas that we have deemed in need of restoration, we'll go back in for 3 years and plant 1,000 plants per acre. We find that's one of the best ways to ensure that the work that we're doing is going into place and working, is the consistent revisiting of restoration. We operate on Forest Service land. We're the headwaters of a watershed that provides drinking water for all of Salt Lake Valley. And so we as stewards of that land have a responsibility to preserve it for the next generations to enjoy it as well.
It's really fun to work with all the different species and see it from start to end, where we gather the seed in the fall, have it grown by our grower and bring it right back to the places where the seeds were harvested from. So these guys are all genetically inclined to grow in the areas that we plant them and be really happy here. It just increases our success rate as opposed to buying from a grower in Idaho or something and bringing in outside plants. And just makes it feel good that's full circle in-house, We do everything to get these plants back in the ground and make everything look a lot better than it already did. This is the biggest planting summer we've ever had. Now we have, like I said, almost 14,000 plants in our nursery this year, and it's bigger than we've ever done, and and we're hoping with the short period we can get them all in. It's a little different this year. We're going to be planting in a pretty crunched window of 2 months or so, as opposed to most years the snow's already kind of gone by this point and we can kind of get planting. Now we're looking for patches in the snow that have already melted out. This is a really important task to us here, especially personally. I have kids that ski Alta and hike Alta all the time, and so it's really great to know that we're continuing to make this place as beautiful as it always has been, and keeping things kind of continuing to the next generation.
Ensuring that what we are doing now can continue to happen through the next 80 years and the next 80 years. And so sustainability is ensuring that what we're doing on that mountain can be sustained throughout the next generations of people coming through and the demand in which is going to be put on this place.